It is Jess from the Kidney RD. I'm really glad to be here today, coming in for one of our daily lives to talk about low protein diets. Now, the whole week we're going to be talking about this topic and breaking it down into bits and pieces so people can gain some understanding, some reflection on how this fits and how it would work for someone with kidney disease. So make sure and check out our Instagram where we're going to be posting some unique things. And then here on Facebook, we're going to have some things as well. So, okay, first off, basics. What is a low protein diet? That is one of the big pieces you need to understand. What is that exactly? A low protein diet, technically, when your dietitian calculates it out, it's around 0.6 to 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram, not per pound, per kilogram of body weight. That is considered low protein. 0.8 is actually a normal protein. That's what most people should be eating. As Americans, we eat way more than that, upwards of 1.2 grams per kilogram. So low protein diet. At the Kidney RD, we aim for more of that 0.6 grams per kilogram. That's kind of where we're aiming for. So if you're 150 pounds, that means you weigh about 68 kilograms. You're aiming for around 40 to 54 grams of protein. So again, this is something you can work through with the dietitian. Or you can shoot us a message and we're not going to calculate it for you, but we will send you the formula. So that is what's considered a low protein diet. Then there's the very low protein diet. It's actually called that. There's low protein and then very low protein, and very low protein is around 0.3 to 0.4-ish grams per kilogram. And you must supplement something called a ketoanalogue with that. That's a very specialized therapy. We generally use it for people that are later stage kidney disease. Fairly difficult diet to follow, but it has some really great uses for people whose GFRs are a lot lower. Anyway, so low protein diet, what it is, that's the actual amount. Some people will track it in an app to see where they're at. Sometimes you can just figure out general portions. We talk with people about what that would mean. We use plant-based diets for the first 90 days at the Kidney RD to help preserve function. So for us, we're talking about what your portion sizes would be of those heavier protein items. So that's number one. Number two, what benefits could a low protein diet have for stages 3, 4, or 5? So this is a great question because every stage of kidney disease has some slightly different recommendations. So at stage 3, we generally can hit a lower protein amount just by focusing on a very plant-focused, produce-heavy diet. If I were to say a vegan diet, that is not our approach. We don't do any animal products, so by that sense it is vegan, but it is very plant forward, meaning we are really focusing on fruits and vegetables, and there's some very specific reasons for that. So if you just cut out meat and dairy, that's not going to be your best impact. You really got to get the fruits and vegetables in there. But there's a lot of benefits. The research is showing that you can definitely slow the decline of GFR with these lower protein diets. There's a lot of reasons for that. It can be because the renal tubules, the kidney tubules, they are part of protein metabolism. So they actually help us absorb protein. So a lot of protein can put extra strain on them without getting into all the specifics of what those tubules do. It puts some extra strain on them. Then there's also metabolic acidosis. That's your serum bicarbonate level, can raise that up. Meat is very acidic, and so it makes the body more acidic. Gut health, fruits and vegetables have tons of benefits. So when people are starting to cut back on animal products, they tend to add in more fruits or vegetables or like starchy grains, healthy grains like that, and that can help out the gut microbiome. Reducing inflammation is a huge benefit of these type of diets, and reducing oxidative stress as well. So many benefits. I wish I could share my screen because I've got this great chart that I look at that shows all the benefits. So does this matter? Does it matter for CKD? Absolutely. No one should ever feel like they are on a slippery slope to dialysis, ever. There is so much that you can do with your diet. And if you're willing to make some changes, to be trying new things, maybe have a little bit of trial and error as you're trying new foods, trying to get used to finding things you like. If you're willing to walk down that path, you can find a lot of success with diet. and cutting down your protein intake. So just starting to cut back on the meat products can make a huge difference for a lot of people. Adding in the more fruits and vegetables can make it, again, a huge difference. People will see that their GFR will go up. In a lot of cases, proteinuria go down. It's not as simple as just cutting back protein, but it is a really good place to start. So this is definitely something that we use, that we think is really powerful, is getting on these lower protein diets. If you're stage 3, you can probably just focus on a plant-based diet. If you're late stage 4 or stage 5, you may need to be especially cognizant of the quantity of protein that you're eating. And if you're late stage 5, getting close to dialysis, then you really, we find a lot of value in taking an aggressive approach and doing this very low protein diet supplemented with keto analogs. That's where we are leveraging it a lot of times. So anyways, to sum it all up, 1, what is a low protein diet? 0.6 to 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. And that's for a healthy body weight. If you're obese, it's much lower. Very low protein, 0.3 to 0.4-ish. Those are rounded up grams per kilogram of a healthy body weight as well. That's what it is. For us, it also means it's entirely plant-based for at least the first 90 days so that we can get used to trying new foods. Benefits: decreased uremia, decreased inflammation, possibly improved GFR, decreased blood pressure, decreased uremic toxins, improved gut health. The list can go on and on as far as the benefits of cutting down on the protein and moving towards a plant-focused lifestyle. Anyways, that's it for now. We have some great resources at the Kidney RD for people that are wanting to figure out how to do this. You can book a free 30-minute nutrition strategy call where we'll talk through with myself or one of my team members how you would implement this, what it looks like, what kind of support we give you. Those are a few things you can do. I've also linked an article down below that's about very low protein diets so people can get some clarity on what you would do, what the terms are that people are using on the internet or in the research. Really great, very clear article on a lot of the pieces to understand this approach. Some doctors will still balk at a low protein diet, saying you're going to become malnourished. But the research does not support that, especially if it is managed well. So we're here on YouTube and on Facebook Monday through Thursday, these short, quick bites about renal nutrition. Again, the theme for this week is going to be low protein diet. You can also find us on Instagram at the Kidney RD and here on Facebook, obviously. And then we also pin recipes on our Pinterest page. Okay, thanks so much. Till next time. Bye-bye.